In this tutorial, I will show how to download the statistical data derived from GOOF and create a new scope focusing on certain areas. In this case, it's going to be Czech Republic. First, I will download the analytical units with the statistical information. It's the Czech Admin 0, Czech Admin 1, and Czech Admin 2. We can download it via the BlueFS service as a shapefile. We will download all three of them. There is an issue with data that we downloaded. They contain some unnecessary files that we first need to remove in order to be able to integrate it back. Okay. To create the valid zip shapefile, we just need these four. Okay, at the moment we have prepared shapefiles that we can start integrating into the solution. First, we need to upload them as data layers. Okay, now we have uploaded the data layers that we will work with. In order to show the data to the user, we need to create a scope and all associated attributes and metadata information. So first we go to the metadata structures. Here we create a new scope. You can name it whatever you like. You can add any description that, again, we want. Show the statistical information derived products focusing on Czech Republic. We downloaded 3 layers of analytical units, get them 0, get them 1, and get them 2. It is possible in the tool to create a hierarchy of analytical units. To do this, we first need to correctly set it up on the scope level. As you can see, now we've uploaded get them 0, get them 1, get them 2. It's also relevant to know what is the data period data comes from. In case of the UTEP products, the ones that we are working on is 2012. So the scope itself was created. This is basically the application that will be visible on the front side once we finish the whole creation. The scope is internally distinguished among places. Place can belong only to one scope. The place in this case will be the Czech Republic. We have to wait for a while until the globe to select the bounding box will show. Republic stats. And we can select the bounding box by clicking first with shift to the top left corner, then with the shift to the top right corner. Now we can see it's overlaying the whole area. Now we can save the place. As we are going to show only the statistical information, we will need to create theme, topic, attribute set, and attribute. For theme, I would go with the indicators, which will be available for the Czech Republic stat scope, and which will have its new topic. The topic is a combination of attribute sets and attributes that will be available. It's not necessary to have preferential topic. It's just about the ordering in the available parts in the front office. So now we have created theme and topics. We also need to create the attribute set. Attribute set links attributes to the topic. It's possible to have one attribute in multiple attribute sets. Derived in this case. For the indicators. And we can either use the attributes that are already here. Upland. And you would like to average light of affected area. So you can see the attribute was created, and we can continue with mapping of the data layer. So now at this moment we have all the necessary metadata structures that we will need to actually show the information to the user. To do so, we need to go back to the data layers and select the layers from the list. Here we can see the check GADM 0. It's best to start with the least detailed analytical units to most detailed. We can see the preview of how it looks like, and we want to show it as an analytical units layer, which is in the scope Czech Republic stats, for place Czech Republic, and for GADM 0 level. Now it's important to correctly select feature ID. In order for the hierarchies to work correctly, the feature identifier of a higher level must be contained in the lower level in the parent ID. So here it's ID as a feature identifier and name English as a feature name. That's what will be displayed in the tool. In this case, we also already have the analytical information that we want to display. There are plenty of them actually in this case. But we will map just 2 of them to show it and to see what's possible to do. We would like to affected area average light. You can see that it's UTF derived average light of affected area. This way we will provide it in the valid attribute set with the valid attribute and for what year the attribute is available. It's possible to have one attribute for multiple years. And GAF, which was derived from the 12-meter version of the global urban footprint. So these are the 2 attributes that we will show. At this moment, once we click Save, the analytical units should be created correctly. It will take a while. So now we should be able to actually show it in the user interface, but I will first go through finishing the mapping of the rest of the analytical units. Next level is GADM 1. Here we can see it's more detailed. It's again analytical units layer. Belongs to the demo, Czech Republic, level GADM 1. The only difference is that ID 1 is the feature identifier, name 1 is feature name, but ID 0 is a parent feature identifier. This is the ID that's contained in the higher up layer, and which allows us to actually build the hierarchy, as we will see later. Now we will also map the graph total built-up length and the affected average light in the area, both for 2012. Again, it'll take a while because it needs to create all the metadata structures and integrate correctly the results into the GL server so that we can show them later on. And the last one in this case we will do with the GADM for the level 2. We can see that the GADM for level 2 is not available for all the areas. But it doesn't prevent us from actually using it. In this case, ID2 is feature ID, name2 is feature name, and ID1 is a parent feature identifier. Always it's just the one level up. And again, we are mapping two attributes as to have them available in the tool. It will again take a while. Okay, at the moment we should have all the information mapped and available in the tool. We can therefore go there. Now, one more thing. In the places, we need first to find the Czech Republic, demo Czech Republic stats, and we need to create initial data view so that we actually see it. Okay, it was created now, and now it should be actually available and visible in the data exploration. Now you can see demo Czech Republic stats with initial data view, with the name and the description that we wrote before. At this moment, it will take a while to load. Now we can see place Czech Republic, poverty indicator as a team. And in layers, we should be able to see the area outlines, which we correctly see. In the areas, we should be able to see that there is one level, second level, and the third level. Again, if we click on the area outlines, we will see that the area outlines are correct. So what we want to see now is whether we correctly integrated the attributes. To do so, we will go to the charts. And we would like to see, for example, whether there is any correlation between them. So we will prepare a scatter chart and add the indicators that we prepared. Now we can see them. We can see that they are here. It's again possible as a part of settings to provide description, name, and provide the information based on it, normalization and stuff, but this is another tutorial. At the moment, if we also have some raster data that we would like to calculate some information from, we can use the add layer tool on the top. I will try this with the minified version of the GPW population, just to show that it works. Here we will get density, let's say for 2010. We will download it as GeoTIFF. And via add layer, we will load the GeoNode with the statistics. GPW information. 2010. Load. It's possible to just integrate the new data layer this way and visualize it, or we can actually load it and let the statistics be calculated. Okay, we can't.